Hello there and welcome back to Foundry. Yes, we're back on Foundry once again, going to be hopping into our single player playthrough. Our big old world. Let's go ahead and hop on into it, get it loaded up. 247 hours. Alright. Let's go. Alright, and here we are over in Lagtastic Land. I also figured out how to show you guys my true FPS. Speaking of, you can see that as my FPS right now. And lowering the graphic settings does nothing. I would have to, in order for me to get back up to a decent FPS, I'd have to lower everything and turn everything off, lower all the graphics. I can actually show you that, but yeah, this will be just a real quick thing, but I kind of want to cover it, just in case people are wondering, you know, if doing that, like terrain quality, model quality, clouds are already off. I don't really use clouds, but it does nothing. Shadows off. Shadow resolution, you know, turn all this down. Well, shadows are going to be off anyway, but very low, off. Quarter resolution, no particles, apply. And look at that. All the graphics have been turned down, all the settings have been turned off. 15 FPS. You see what I mean? It doesn't matter a damn bit of difference. Okay. I just went back to the main menu as well to change the render distance settings, because you can't do that in game. So the two settings I changed, whoops. Huh. Might try turning that off. Like the desync debugging, I suppose. No, that's only for multiplayer. And it's only for multiplayer, so it don't matter. But yeah, if we look at the graphics now, see, render distance very low, and then the other one, 100 meters. And as you can see, I have almost no FPS gain whatsoever. Like, it's a little smoother, but that's about it. It's just slightly smoother. So, like I said, changing the graphics does not matter one bit of difference here. But I think since it's not going to be really that much of a difference anyway, we're just going to go from this setting back up to its highest. But yeah, from here to here. Like I said, that it does look much better though. You can see it's a little more laggy, but I think that's really all it is. It's just moving about the world a little slower. Like I said, the FPS really doesn't gain all that much. Yes. So anyway, hopefully that satisfies some people. But let's see. Yeah, just to show you that thing. So anyway, since it is Monday, I will go ahead and say this. Thank you and welcome to all of these subscribers, all the newest ones that have come to the channel over the last week and over the weekend. We had a huge jump, which just continues to grow, so I'm really happy about that. You guys are awesome, and you guys make this worthwhile. Same with you guys as well that have been around for a while. You guys also make it worthwhile, you know, sticking around and it just makes it all the more fun to know that I'm not gaming alone anymore. Seriously though, you guys are awesome. It's so awesome that there's so many people that are willing to subscribe to me to watch me play factory games for the most part, and whatnot. So yeah, again, huge thank you to all of you. You know, all the new ones and all the ones that have been around. You guys are super awesome. Alright, so if you weren't here last time, this is the factory that we started building last time. It did take a while. So basically what this is our new smelting facility. So we're taking our plates and our rods, which is here and here. Again, sorry for the lag. There's nothing I can do about it. I think what it is all the decoration blocks. The decoration blocks, if you're kind of newer to this game and you're trying to do bigger builds, stay away from decoration blocks if you know you're going to need a million of them. Try to stick with decoration blocks as only decoration rather than full-on builds. So the reason that it's so laggy, I bet if I was to go through and remove all the decoration blocks in this area when it comes to the roads, then I would absolutely go up in FPS. I can 99.9% guarantee that I'd probably gain about 20 FPS or more just by removing all the roads. Because these are all decoration blocks. And I think what it is the decoration blocks are they have different properties to them, unlike the foundation blocks, which only has the property of carrying power and blocking light. The decoration blocks, on the other hand, they are light permeable, water permeable, as well as paintable, and they can be many shapes, as you can see here. And then we got these decoration blocks and so on and so forth. So, and all these are all paintable and they're all light permeable and stuff like that. Like you can definitely see how the light travels through blocks and stuff like that. Like I don't really have a good example right now. Oh, right there. There's a good example right there. There's lights on the radio tower that are coming through, and look, they're coming through right there. So, even though you can't see the light at all, and I think that's a bad thing. In my opinion, that's a bad thing. The light permeable blocks, because that's just one thing it doesn't need. To be honest, I really don't think it needs that. Also, I like how I stopped putting lights in all the factories. I kind of gave up on doing that. Because it just takes, like, that's an extra, like, 20-30 minutes, depending on the complexity of the factory. That's an extra 20-30 minutes that could be spent actually building the factory rather than lighting it up. Plus, the lights do take power, and we're kind of in a transitional period where we're going to go from straight coal power to using the Ignum fuel rods, because those are the best power source as far as how many you make and how fast they burn. Plus, you can reuse the shells, which is pretty nice. Right now, straight coal power is not really doing us a whole lot of good because we burn it up too damn quickly. Like a piece of coal, in the snap of your fingers is gone. We take up so much power now when things are running, and my FPS is only going to get worse once factories come back to life and stuff. Hopefully in the future they fix this and they optimize the decoration blocks, because I think the decoration blocks are just they're just too much. Either that, if they were to allow us to paint concrete blocks and or foundation blocks, I would replace all of these with that, so then we didn't have that lag. Because that is the one thing that you notice when we go very far away. Here, actually, I can give you an example of this. Let's see. If I go over here towards this ship that I got built, you can see there's pieces missing already. It's actually been in render for a little while, so it's been slowly rendering. You can see, though, when you're very far away and you come back to the decoration blocks when you got a whole lot of them, you can see they slowly come into view, and I think that also partially eats up the FPS as well, of them being spawned in, basically. And even when you're starting a brand new game, you kind of notice that when you place decoration blocks, they always take a second to appear, near the beginning of the game as well. So I think I think that those blocks just need to be optimized way better, just because of that whole thing. And the city's only going to get larger from here. So allow us to paint concrete and or foundation blocks, so that we can so that we don't have to have the decoration blocks, foundation blocks and or the concrete, or sorry, the concrete especially. But if you don't want to do the foundation blocks, at least let us paint the concrete so I can replace all of this, because it is getting laggy. Here we go. Look at this. Oh my gosh. That is nutty. But anyway, while that's exactly what I'm talking about, is the decoration blocks. The concrete and the foundations don't do that. It's the decoration blocks that do that. The decoration blocks, belts, and machines, they all do that. So yeah, the decoration blocks definitely need some optimization. I would say definitely could use some of that. Oh yeah, we can actually see if we do this, I think it is. And what was it? It was, there was a way to detach the camera. Well, at least there was at one point. I don't know. Spherical. Okay, yeah, see, there's me turning. Yeah, it's like you can actually see. We actually zoom out a little bit here. So yeah, I'm using a camera mode. See how everything unloads when you're not looking at it? Then when I turn my camera, actually cannot tell. But yeah, everything kind of unloads when you're not looking at it, and when you have a bunch of stuff that's doing that, well, yeah. Default cam. So yeah, when I'm looking here, everything behind me is not loaded. Then when I turn my camera, it loads in as I turn. I think that's how most games do rendering and stuff like that. Most games do that because that saves on resources and stuff, but while making the game not only perform better but look better in the process. You can kind of catch it every now and again if you pay attention to the edges. You can kind of catch the loading in every now and again. But anyway, enough about that. Enough wasting our time talking about the rendering of this game. Let's go ahead and get our factory. Oh my gosh, the lag is so bad right here. And you can also tell too, like all the machines, they're all off because we're not producing anything anymore. If I go to another part of the map away from this area where it unloads, then I go back up to 60 FPS. And then when I start approaching the city, the FPS starts dropping. So that kind of tells you right there, you get too much in one area, and there you go. So, anyway. So what we were doing last time, we've got that all built. Now we just need to get the crushers down. So the crushers, we need 38 of them. Do we have 38? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Wait, 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, dude, we got one. We need 38 times 2, which we'll just say it's 40. And then, yeah, we get 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, yeah, that whole top row we're going to be using, so. Okay. I made way more crushers than I needed to for the Mark IIs. That's fine, though. I've got the resources to burn, trust me. We could do research because we know... we know that everything's completely backed up now. So let's do some research. Let's do, cargo ships. Start research. Yep, that's going to turn on a whole bunch of factories. Just give it a second. I'm glad everything caught back up, though. It's like we just give it a minute, and all the factories they'll start churning out again. Also, like, too, when I run out of coal and I don't have any more power, all the lights turn off, the whole city goes dark. It's so hilarious. Anyway, so while we do research on that, let's go ahead and get this done. So we need to come up with a design for our crushers, because our crushers, we need 38 crushers. According to my math here, we need 38 crushers per 100 smelters. So yeah, just each factory, because they do 80 each. Now I don't remember the calculation of how many crushers per line that we can have. But if we take our calculator right now, because we're using Mark III belts now, so we're at 640. So we take that 640 and we're going to divide that by the 80, which is going to give us 8 crushers per. So 8 crushers per Mark III belt, which is what that is. So each line needs that. So each elevator is 640 as well, because these are Mark II elevators. So we need 640 coming out of each input belt, or sorry, each output belt, whatever. Each belt, or each elevator needs a line of 8 crushers, which actually shouldn't be that hard, because we could just put the crushers in line, right? Like if we were to do, say, put them here, or should we put them here? Actually, let's put them like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So that's putting 2 spaces in between each. I don't want to go right up against the wall, so we'll remove those. And plus, I need to set the recipe anyway, so we don't have to pull out our stupid tablet thing. The tablet thing's a little bit weird. I'd rather just Control-C, Control-V, but like satisfactory. That's okay. Also, itching my nose there. Let's see. Put that there. So, let's go ahead and we'll set the recipe to. Oh, which one is this going to be? This is going to be the rods, right? Yeah, this one's going to be the rods. So we need to set that to the correct recipe. Configure to the Technum ore recipe. Do we not have the advanced ore recipe? Oh wait, that is the advanced. Oh no, it's the okay, never mind. That one's in the actual smelter itself. That's fine. Okay, so Technum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's lagging so much. It's crazy. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. 7, 8. There, perfect. Okay. I think we'll just do both belts coming in as well. Or do both belts back here. Say I will have our input belt going all the way to here. Or should this be our output belt? Actually, this should be our output belt, because then we can just go straight in. And then our input belt will be on this end here. Okay. So it should work. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Okay, we got to have at least 2 spaces there. I didn't realize that. Alright. Dang it. Oh, this lag is great. The game is not happy right now with me. So yeah, we need the reason why you needed a 2 space. You've probably seen it, but yeah, the game is chugging a little bit. It's chugging along very slowly. You know, it might help. I think I've done this before, and I think it actually kind of helped a little. If we turn off the shadows. And that's running a little smoother. Kind of. Like we turn off the shadows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if it's helping a whole lot, but it's fine. We don't even need the flashlight anymore, really. That looks ugly without the shadows, I'll tell you. But if it helps make it not as laggy, I suppose. Okay, so these are all going to be outputs. And then we need this one to be our input. Okay, just making sure that was changing to input like it's supposed to. Okay, I'll just get rid of this. No. Alright. That'll work there. And then from here we'll just go 2, 3, 4, down 2. Okay. That'll work there. And then these once once we get this all set up, then we'll hook up the actual once we get both factories set up, we'll hook that all up. So anyway, let's get this all done, and then we'll go down. We'll go downstairs and do the inputs in the logistics layer.
Cargo ships, your blueprint library is soaring beyond expectations. This is precisely the breakthrough technology we need to ship vast quantities of goods to faraway locations. I'm impressed. Our capacity for innovation is really taking flight.
So stupid. The jokes in this one are kind of cringy. I will say. I mean, I know my jokes are bad, but some of these can be really bad. But yeah, we unlock cargo ships. All right, next research. Hey, we could do the liquids. Yeah, let's do the liquids. Let's go. Alright, we got the liquids completed. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Ooh, telexite veins. We're going to need that for chips, like quantum chips and stuff, I believe. Or something like that, I can't remember. It is needed for future factories, so let's go ahead and just get her out of the way. Alright. Back to building. Actually went fairly fast. It only lasted a few minutes. Ooh. So, ore scanner XF, TEIG, and MR veins. Unlocks the ore scanner ability to detect. Oh, the ore veins, yes. So the ore veins are now going to be a thing too. Yep. We need that. Because the ore nodes and the ore veins are two separate things. The ore nodes are just the little ones that we've been using for the city, and then the ore veins is what you need the big miner for, and those are infinite. Essentially, they're not infinite right off the start. They're only infinite later on down the road once you get the research done. But yeah, that's pretty much that. But yeah. Alright, that research is done. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. So I guess we'll do solar panels. I'm just doing the next one in line. I'm not prepared for any of this. We're gonna finish off the we'll just finish off the research today, I think. Well, I don't know if I'll be on that long, but I don't know if I don't know if this episode will last all the way through all the research. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. So do solar panel. What was I looking for? Oh, yes. So, now that we got that new research unlocked, let's hit the 2 keys. So let's look at the map real quick. So you can see where the resource nodes are right now. Oh, they've already been scanned, I guess. So you see these nodes right here, these ones that are, got this shape here. These ones are infinite ore nodes, essentially. Okay. We can... Yeah, I don't think we can rescan in here. That's gonna make a difference. Oh yeah, I'm out of jetpack fuel, that's right. I came over here for jetpack fuel. Let's go grab some jetpack fuel real quick. Just over here. So yeah. We'll see what happens. Or see what we can do. I've got a jetpack fuel. Okay. You can see the render around my tool there too, like it tries to cut out even that. It's not always successful, but... So yeah, we'll scan off over this way. See, those are the regular nodes, obviously. We should be coming up on one here soon. Are we heading the right way? No, we need to head this way. Here we go. Oh, look! Whoa! Hold on. Here we go. There we are. Oh, that's one of them anyway. So yeah, did you see that? Look how big those veins are. Yeah, they go all the way down, and those little points are access points for put the drills. So these things are really cool as well. So this will be where we get our iron from now on. Well, not from now on, but from when we move on to the next one. So yeah, there's a bit of mineral rock there. Yeah, scan this one. This is another iron. Yeah, look how big they are. That one goes really deep. Holy crap! Yeah, they get pretty crazy. But isn't that cool? Very nice. Yeah, we'll be using those here shortly. And then there's also an ignomore vein, which we will get our ignomore from. Oh yeah, look at the ore. The ore vein kind of messed up the terrain here. Look at this when it was generated. It's a little. I think it was trying to put. Yeah, I was trying to put that stuff there, but moved it over slightly, I guess, or something. I don't know. But yeah, we can see those now, which is pretty darn nice. I'm hoping, yeah, if we can get some, and I'll show you guys what happens as well. I mean, you already did see it, but this is definitely what happens. Let's see. Oh, this one still has ore nodes. Do I have any more miners? I'm not carrying miners right now. Okay, never mind. I was going to put some miners down, and then we could mine that and kind of merge it in. This was my very first, like, big iron, or my second iron vein. Sorry, not my very first, my second iron vein as well. And I also think it's funny too, I've been getting like a lot of comments. There we go. Look at that. And you can see the decoration blocks are the only things that are affected. The foundation blocks and the concrete blocks are unaffected by this. It's just the decoration blocks as well as the machines and belts and stuff. But yeah, you can see. And we go even further, and it just gets more crazy. Like, look at the ship. You got the entire ship. I actually had to completely fill the ship in with foundation so that the water wouldn't permeate through the blocks. Yeah, look at my tower. Ugh, so nasty. It's alright, the decoration blocks will come in. But yeah, if we can get some painted foundations or some painted concretes or both, doesn't matter what. But some painted, at least concrete, then I can get rid of this issue altogether. It's like, I realize the decoration blocks are not supposed to be used this way necessarily, but oh, I probably shouldn't do that. I just realized what I was doing. I was just having some fun. But anyway, back to building. All right, next research. Here we go. These are the miners that you put on the nodes, by the way, or on the ore veins in those spots that ping when you scan it. So advanced mining equipment can be used with ore veins. So it's basically a big old miner. It actually is a pretty cool miner. I definitely do enjoy looking at it. It's definitely one of my favorites. Anyway, let's get that research going. And back to building. Alrighty, there's the next set of research done. Dun 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 dun. Okay. So the next thing is CPU production. We're not even close to doing this. But yeah, this is what you need here. You need the telexite, which I'm guessing telexite, liquid telexite ingot. I actually don't know. I'm guessing it's quartz. It is this game's version of quartz crystal. Because isn't quartz used in electronics and stuff like that? I don't know. No, dude. I'm asking and questioning like genuinely. But anyway, so yeah, that'll unlock all those. So yeah, CPU production. Even though we're not even close to that, but we'll research it because that's going to be needed for the assembly lines and stuff. That's going to be that part of the city is going to be interesting. But anyway, back to building. Alrighty then. So now that I got all the building done on this floor, there's an elevator right here that we can take. So it's down on the logistics layer down there. Yep, I got both factories done, so now we just got to go downstairs and build the inputs. And then we need to get all the ore over here, and that'll be the end of that story. Oh, of course, we got to do the outputs as well. Actually, the outputs are pretty much already done. I wonder... No, it won't work. It's not built right. Okay, well, so here's our inputs. We got... Okay, these are... So 1, 2, 3, 4... Or 3, sorry. 3 and 6. Yeah, I still got the shadows off. I don't think the shadows really helped, did they? Turning them off. Let's turn the shadows back on. Yeah, it only slows it down slightly. So it's going to be 6. Let's see, we have 2 halves, though, as well. I've got 2 belts that are halved, so there's going to be 5 belts each then. So yeah, we got to redirect all of this iron. Because this iron right here, these 5 belts of iron, they go for the plates factory. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, we'll cut them off. Oh yeah, these ones need to go almost all the way to the wall, pretty much. Actually, they can go... Can they go straight to the wall? No. They can go one away from the wall, so... Yeah, we need to redirect this, because this is the iron. And the iron is all the way on this end. So... Yeah, we'll have to redirect from there. That's the wrong belt connected there, by the way. Okay, it's this belt that needs to connect. Okay, we will have to do a splitter here as well. Because this belt, or sorry, this belt right here still needs iron. Because this is for concrete, I believe. Because it's used to make the gravel, or whatever the heck. Something like that, anyway. Yeah, this belt here. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of this. Because we don't need... Oh, wait. Oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm going to get rid of all these belts. I needed to remove that anyway, because then we can just go straight to it. There we go. Okay. That works there. This belt goes here. Turn the corner. That belt. So something like that anyway. Alright, so this one's going to be interesting because we've got the old... we've got this in the way. Let's see, we can go on top of this. I suppose that's close enough. But yeah, so basically, yeah, we gotta get this going downstairs, do our little switchback staircase trick. Or a trick, it's not a trick, it's just a thing. It's a thing to be done. Something like that. Yeah, and this is gonna be the end one. So this one I actually got to split the belt in half. Because we only have 4 crushers. We'll go down 3. And then 2. That way it ends up aiming backwards like this. Now this one, like I said, this one's going to be a little bit interesting, so... Gonna put the splitter here. And then that one's done. CPU research, okay. Robotic components. These are going to be the hydraulic pistons, I believe, are the ones for the for purple Science Pack 5. I'm still hoping they do Science Pack 6, because then that'll be truly like Factorio, where you get the final one. Maybe we'll launch rockets into space with robots. We'll launch rockets to make new space stations, and then we'll get science packs back. Space science. Space science, I'm out of belts. Okay, well, you get the idea. Anyway, so yeah, basically it's going to be like that, and then this one's going to go all the way to this other end, and it's going to end up in there, and that's how the end ones are going to be done. And then the other ones, these inputs here are going to be dedicated to their own belt, because there's 4 of those, which is a full line of crushers. 8 crushers is 600. It needs 600 ore put into it, so yeah, that's basically going to be the idea. Alright, now that we got that research done, let's see. What's on next? Assembly lines. Let's go. The assembly lines should be fun. We never really got into it in the multiplayer, so I'm actually kind of eager to jump into it. We played around with it a little bit, I think. Something like that. But I got the iron done at least. So now we'll be producing iron much faster now. So there, and there. Off they go. And off goes the lag. So at least that's done though. Let's go ahead and... Oh my gosh, the FPS. it's getting worse. Hopefully we can get a change soon. Okay. Oh, whoops, I forgot to put an input on this. Let's go ahead and put an input on that. Oh, these are all outputs. Actually, that's not a bad way of going, because then I can get ahead a little bit on production. But yeah, let's go ahead and change these all to inputs. My bad. And as long as we've connected to the correct elevators and everything's hooked up, we should start producing plates here. I can hear them going. Also, I forgot one more. Okay. Up they go. Oh yeah, look. We're producing iron plates. Heck yeah. So we're crushing it down into refined stuff, and now we're doing iron plates. Which the iron plates will be going downstairs and stuff, so we'll have to get those hooked up. Because this one I disconnected because I wanted the belts to be empty. So this one will take a little bit to dry up, but we can at the very least um, drop off our... Oh, whoops, wrong ones. Oh, the FPS is crazy right now. Sorry about that. There we go. Put all our iron ore in there. Okay. So that works there. Now I just got to get the copper hooked up. Yeah, I'll get the copper hooked up, and then we'll get the plates and rods going as well. So get those hooked up via a main kind of bus line, so we can get all that. So we can get all that going essentially. Get them into boxes, all the stuff that's already there, and then we can start tearing that other apart, which will be nice. Well, we don't need to tear it apart necessarily. The smelters will be useless, but yeah, we'll have to work on that. All right, let me get let's get the copper hooked up and continue our research as well. All right, got that research done. Let's see, crafting recipe, assembly rails, all that stuff, yada yada yada. All right, so last research that can ever possibly be researched with our current research level is Science Pack 5. And Science Pack 5 will allow us to do the blast furnace, the fracking tower, inventory spice, crafting speed, mining efficiency, slag, processing, pump jack efficiency, pump, pipeline, and mining force 2. But we won't get that for a long time because we need to build several other factories before we even get a chance to robot torso. Robot arms. Yeah. 2 arms, 2 robot arms. Something like that. Yeah, that'll allow us to unlock all that. And then crafting recipe paint. Oh, sweet. Anyway, back to building. Alrighty. Almost done here. Just gotta hook all these belt lines up. Get them all going. Alrighty. And there they go, off to the races. Yep. There we're now making rods again. Well, we were making rods before, but now we're making a lot of rods. So one thing I did notice is my limestone line is empty. And I realize now that I completely and utterly forgot that I needed to do the limestone. Yeah, I completely forgot about the limestone. Also, I just noticed that that splitter there is level 2. Okay. Yeah, we got 5 limes of limestone to go and find. So, interesting. Yeah, because this mine is completely tapped, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this limestone mine is completely tapped. All right, let's see. Do I have the inventory space? Yeah, I do. I should anyway. Oops. Autosave. Let's go ahead and pick up all these miners and stuff. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's just that the FPS is so bad right now. Jeez. Alright, we can grab all of our lifts out of here too. Alright. Let's see. Thing right there. No? No? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Alright. So that is all the researches all done. That is of Science Pack 4. So all that's left is to make Science Pack 5s, which Science Pack 5s, robot parts, hydraulic pistons, and CPUs. So all the stuff we just unlocked. We need pistons, robot parts, and CPUs. So that's going to be a whole nother... oh, not enough space inventory. That's okay. Let's destroy some of these foundations. I make so many foundations that I really don't care, to be honest. I also have other random crap in my inventory. Okay. And then, oh, we lost a belt. Oh, we lost a couple of belts. Wait a minute. What the heck? Something weird happened as well. Oh, whoops. That's right, that's right. Oh, that's how I got freaking parts in my... Okay. That's how that happened. Oh, looks like we're running low on copper again. That's alright. Okay. And then we'll need to fix this. Yeah, we'll just fix it with the old Mark II stuff for now. Okay. So that works there. Okay. So now the limestone. Where's the closest limestone node? Oh, we got an iron node. Iron ore node down here. Oh, I am connected to that. Okay, I'm still connected to it. Alright, that's fine. Looks like there's limestone clear out here. So... Okay, let's stop flying for a minute. So I stop bobbing up and down and bothering the crap out of me. It's either that or we pull from here. But then we'd have to pull across here. Wait a second. This is the old... Oh, we could do that. This old line here is the old... it's the old xenoferrite line. Or sorry, the old ignum line, the old coal line. Yeah, that's the old coal line. Yeah, because all of our limestone, well, a lot of limestone ends up over here too. How would we do that? It's either that or we make this bridge over here wider. Because we just need 5 belts of it. We don't need something crazy. Oh, we can't do that though because I can't make the bridge any wider. Or sorry, I can't make the tunnel any wider without either using explosives or mining it out by hand, and I'd rather not mine it out by hand. I think we'll pull from here, and what we'll do is we'll go underneath this. We'll go across here, and then we'll go right up against this here, this line here. Oh man, that's gonna take a while though. I'm gonna go get my mining equipment, which is explosives. Go and get my mining equipment and go get my miners, which is mining equipment. Go get yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but yeah, we got to fix that limestone node though, because otherwise we're not making any glass or concrete or anything like that. So yeah, since we've ran out of concrete, we're not making any more research either. So yeah, let me get that fixed real quick. It's going to take a minute. Okay, hopefully that limestone is fixed. So I got a limestone. I got more miners on here, which I'll connect up more if I need them. And the belt's just empty right now, so yeah, see how it's starting to fill up now. So it really doesn't matter how many miners per belt or so. So not too worried about it. And I just surround the node. I've got, I'm pretty sure there's going to be people saying you don't need that many miners around the node. You don't need to completely surround it to be efficient. It's more efficient to not have that. It's just like, yeah, but I've got 1 million miners. Like, these things are like candy. I got a whole bag. I got a bag of candy, little child. Just kidding. But, yes. Yeah, it's like I got so many materials that I can just put 1 million of these down, so it really doesn't bother me at all. But yeah, got the belts fixed, so now the belts go over through here. They go up and over this old system. I was going to bring them in there, but I figured I'll just make a new one. That way that one can stay open for further away resources. And I know I've got the ships and stuff. I just don't have the places for them at the moment. So eventually, yes, we will be, this docking area over here that's by this river. It'll probably be here as well. I'm going to have open areas where we can land ships, and then those ships are going to be the ones bringing in the resources to the city. That way we don't have these massive belt lines having to come in. We could just have ships do it instead. But of course, there's a limitation to that. That the ship's flight speed and stuff, it's not as efficient as a belt. Yes, the belt costs more, and it takes way longer to set up to go long distances. But if you get down to it, the speed and how much material gets delivered is more efficient when you use belts than it is when you use ships. And you can call me. You can say that's a load of crap and yada yada yada. But from what I've played, especially with the multiplayer, we had 2 ships bringing in Ignum ore for our power station, and we could not keep up with the demand of that. Like if it was going full speed, we couldn't keep up with it. We kept adding more and more coming in, so when the ship landed, it could get loaded within a few seconds and then take off, and it still wasn't enough. It still wasn't fast enough. It was just because the distance, the ships, because the way the ships work, they're not like in Satisfactory where the station itself, the station itself has an inventory. It's the ship that has the inventory. So when the ship lands, it gets loaded and then it takes off. It's not like in Satisfactory where a train or a drone comes in, lands, and as soon as it lands, if it's got a full load, it can take off immediately. Or like the train, if it's got a full load, as soon as that cart goes on the train takes off and goes, and then can go at full speed or whatever. I don't know. The drones or the ships in this game they're slow, and the way they work with the station should have an inventory, and that way the ship can land, take a few seconds, and then take off again. A lot faster anyway. It doesn't have to wait for the materials to come in via the belt. Yeah, you could load all the sides and stuff. It just was not efficient enough. It was way more trouble than it was worth as well. So what we ended up doing was we just ended up making the Ignum fuel rods, and that slowed down the amount of Ignum that we needed. Yeah, and basically when it comes to most of the raw materials, just go with the belt. Yeah, you can argue with me, you can disagree with me if you want, but from my experience and what I've tested so far with this game and with what I've seen in the multiplayer with the ships, the ships were just way too slow. And the amount of material they could carry wasn't really enough either for the speed. Like if the ships were like 3 times faster, oh yeah, there'd be no question the ships would be better, but the ships are just easier to set up, I think. It's not faster to set them up or more efficient, it's just easier. But when it comes to belts, just straight belts, and it's kind of the same as Satisfactory as well. I guess depending on the distance, more or less. Like a train would be so much faster than a belt. If it was over a long distance. With shorter distances, the trains were just too bulky and inefficient to set up, rather than just, you just rather run a belt. If it's over 1K, I'd say use a train, but everything else. Hey, we got our concrete back, though, so that's good. I think this belt was empty. Something like that, anyway. Okay, so the next thing we got to do within this, and now that I've, went on my little rant about the ships in this game, the ships just aren't efficient enough, I think, in my opinion. But after that, we've got to set up for the plates and the rods to come through, and I think I'm going to use this space to do it right over the top of here. See how we got this nice open space? We can bring all the belts of both rods and plates over to here. And basically, the reason I disconnected everything was so that we could run out of rods and plates. Basically, completely empty this entire system as well of rods and plates, and hopefully do that, and then we'll be able to reconnect it all and whatnot. Now, for right now, we're just about out of time for this episode, so I'm just going to go ahead and hook up the belts to boxes, which, like I said, will go here. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, I should have a few of them, yeah. Didn't I have them? Yeah, I have them right there. Yep, I got enough belts and everything else. Okay. Alright, so one, we're going to throw this here. Needs to be 4 spaces away. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. 4. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to output like this. I know it's less efficient this way, but I forgot that there was more than one elevator. I should be outputting. Did I not hook those up correctly? Ah, I need a way to get up top. I should be outputting rods. What the heck? Uh-oh. Oh, they're backwards. Ah. Damn it. No, they're not backwards. That's right. That is correct. So what the heck? Oh. Meh. Yep, I did the same thing here, too. Man. I can't believe I did that twice. Whoopsie. I still do things incorrectly. Now we'll be getting rods. Okay, everything is set up correctly except for those. Doesn't this sound like a waterfall? Dude, it sounds like a freaking waterfall. It's awesome, but it's also very, very loud. But yeah. And the sound just compounds and compounds and compounds as it goes. There's our rods. Okay. Yeah, so 4. And we can put that on input. Intake, intake. Okay. Just got to finish setting this up so it goes into this box here. So like that. There we go. Now we just got to do these 2 elevators, and oh yeah, I completely forgot, but yeah, we got to have um, one more ramp for that other elevator to bring it down this way. Almost forgot about that. Alrighty then. So now we've got plates going into a box, and we've got rods going into a box. Well, actually, this one's full, so yeah, very nice. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out a little bit here and then go across, because there's just not enough space for both a belt, a ramp, and an input for right now anyway. Yep, and then we'll just go straight across with both of our plates and our rods, and we'll make that work. And the steel factory as well is going to get redone too. Maybe we'll set that for next time to redo the steel factory and the glass factory as well. The steel factory is going to need to be completely torn out and completely redone as well, so we're going to need to work on that. But that'll be next time. But for now, I think that is going to be it for this episode of Foundry. So, of our 10 FPS game. It's 10 FPS until I leave the city, and then everything's good again. Yeah, and then much more factories out here. I think out here will probably be the robot production line, because we're kind of running out of stuff. We're running out of factories to make. I mean, we still got the fuel factory that we need to make as well. So maybe some of this will be used up by the fuel factory or whatnot. So we'll see what happens. But I will tell you one thing: September 10th is coming up very, very close. And if you don't know what's on September 10th, that is the release of Satisfactory 1.0. And once that comes out, we're going to have to drop this game for a little bit and whatnot. So not very many weeks left. But hopefully by that time we will have done everything anyway. And then we got to wait for an update before we hop back onto this game. Because the Cables and Creations update wasn't really that impressive. I thought they were going to go big with their first update, but that's okay. I'm not saying it was a worthless update. I'm just saying there wasn't a whole lot there. It was more just adding stuff that people have been asking for, along with making the game a little more complex and some bug fixes and optimizations and yada yada yada. Yeah. So it wasn't. I'm not saying it's a worthless update. I'm just saying it wasn't an update worthy. Like if I had been done with the game by then, it wasn't an update worthy of coming back to it to play again. Had it been, it's been like that with the Enshrouded as well, with their updates. Their updates, other than the Hollowed Halls update, everything else has been kind of awesome, but at the same time not worth coming back to play the game for a while, that kind of stuff. But anyway, like I said, September 10th, that's probably the cutoff. That's going to be the cutoff date, I believe. I might do them side by side a little bit, but Satisfactory is definitely going to take over as the main content, and this will kind of be put on the back burner September 10th. But we still got a ways to go before that happens, so a lot more episodes to make. But anyway, like I said, next time we will focus on redoing this factory, redoing the steel factory. Because once we get into full swing, that steel factory is going to be used a lot more, and we'll create it just like this one. This one will be this design will go over here for steel, hopefully. So, but yeah, like I said, that is going to be it for this episode of Foundry. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.